brass ranger, I see that and I go, okay, awesome. Well, it's done. Just put it on the page and never directly take credit for the brilliance of what Jacob Collier did, but I'm certainly not going to shut it down if anyone hears somebody say it. When the first time I heard that, obviously it was like, yeah, that's an absolute 10. And sorry, I want to make sure I get the most updated version for you guys. So this transitions out of again out of that kind of upbeat, fast-paced Metroliner, and goes into let's find where it is. Hang on, I'm gonna take an extra just 30 seconds to actually find the best version of this that I can. Sorry for all the delays. This will work. This will have to work for now. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna do the brass parts from here on out, so we don't hear a circus whistle in the middle for no reason whatsoever. Do a really cool a cello rondo, and you hear some of the Metroliner come back in this ethereal way, and then it builds through this sort of Thomas Newman-y sounding chorale. it's it's great to be able to take to have something like this to start with, and then the way vocal music like this translates to brass instruments is really it's really special. So that a lot of fun to get to work on. I felt like, again, so much of the work was already done for me that I got to dig in and just sort of make it my own as much as I possibly could. So getting to the closer, which is Tomas Bergerson piece. He's like a cinematic video game Cirque du Soleil arranger that writes a lot of really gorgeous, inspiring stuff. We all agreed we wanted the last part of the show to feel just all around. Obviously, we will, there's the drill, as we will see in a second, is intense, very difficult, but really beautiful, just really gorgeous the way that it flows, and bringing back themes from earlier in the show is something I'm always very, very drawn to when it comes to especially a show like this where we're just trying to tug on the heartstrings as much as we possibly can. So there's a percussion transition. We're going to hold this over here and give you guys a chance to see the drill as well that Jamie did just an absolutely incredible job on. But it's very, it's very uplifting. I think the percussion sounds aren't so bad through this that it's not worth suffering through just a little bit, so you can get the overall sense of it. But something I learned from my dad and from JD and our time at the Phantom Regiment, that if JD was ever struggling with a way to end the show, Dad would always just say, well, they got to run and they got to hear the ballad once, for 8 seconds. And so figuring out a way to do that with this underneath layer of this really beautiful horizontal Thomas Bergerson tune, I believe it's called Promise. It's very inspirational, uplifting. Was a challenge at first just because we've got a lot of really great material, and doing it in a way that doesn't clutter up the intent or make it feel like we're just doing the exact same show we did just in 2 minutes instead of 8. It was a challenge, but what we ended up settling on was great, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to see the way it'll look more or less at the end. So. And then there's a percussion electronic things where we slow way down, point the arrow down, now all the music goes up. I knew I absolutely wanted to get, I wasn't gonna go to sleep. I remember the night that I was trying to make this work harmonically. I was not gonna go to sleep until I got the up theme back in at the very end. Otherwise, I knew Dad would be mad as to why I didn't figure out how to do it. So towards the end, you know, at that point in the drill, this is the concentric circles moment and doing the all around thing. So nothing sounds more sort of, you know, like it's on a revolution or turning than, again, easy mellophone. Again, all open in first valve. And then the mellophones have the up theme one more time. And then putting the human heart Collier Coldplay material first in the low brass and then everybody on the other side of it. You know, the amen sort of plagal cadence, I feel like, is always, it's impossible not to love that, you know, so. And then I'm really excited about the way this all came together in terms of cohesively selling the idea at the very end, you know, the very last time you hear everything, you hear just enough of it to like sort of give you that nostalgic, like little whisper of a memory thing, and then visually what Jamie was able to do with seeing up or down or all around at all times is great. So just with all that in mind and going over it again, and because I love watching it, because the drill's so good. You know, the very end of the show, one more time, and this material. Is this Thomas Bergerson material. Just very going upscaler down and all that, so it's very, you know, very easy to latch onto, easy to see the concept, but also just very gorgeous. So, so here's the very end of the show one more time. We'll see if they're in good enough shape to do all that, but it's been a lot of fun to work on. That's definitely sort of as a team, and personally, a little insight into my process when it comes to taking an abstract sort of just title and idea, putting it into a soundtrack, then putting it into notes that you know, hopefully kids enjoy playing and folks enjoy listening to. So,
the insights are amazing, and thank you for doing those things at the conclusion.
Yeah, of course.
I'm excited about the whole thing if it works. You don't by any chance have a brass feature that you might have written for someone else?
Another drum corps based in